Hey guys, let's get more news from Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. First call, dueling reports on Steelers QB plans. Antonio Brown mocks Kenny Pickett, another Yarmur Jagr return. Tuesday's first call features some split reporting on the Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback situation. Antonio Brown can't help but take a social media swat at Kenny Pickett. Yarmur Jagr is already heading back to Pittsburgh again. A recent former Penguin posted a hat trick. It's an important night on the local college basketball front. And a Robert Morris hockey player earned some conference recognition for a clutch performance. We certainly are in the silly season of NFL reporting when it comes to wild speculation about what teams are planning to do with free agency approaching next week. Frankly, it can't end soon enough. Regarding the Steelers and their quarterback situation, there were conflicting reports yesterday from two prominent outlets. The Athletic ran a story stating that the Steelers have no interest in acquiring recently released Russell Wilson or soon-to-be free agents Kirk Cousins and Baker Mayfield, nor are they looking at trading for Justin Fields. Meanwhile, ESPN's Adam Schefter went on The Pat McAfee Show and said the Steelers are absolutely looking, and I would expect at some point they're gonna add one of these guys. It doesn't feel like they are in an urgent mode to where, boy, we're gonna go make this move for Kirk Cousins on day one of free agency and outspend all these guys. I think that they still absolutely have hopes for Kenny Pickett. Well, Adam, if it's not moving with urgency to get Cousins, and they still have hopes for Pickett, who are we talking about? Ryan Tannehill? Jacoby Brissett? Retaining Mason Rudolph? I don't think they know right now, Schefter said. I think they're still sorting through it as we speak, but all those decisions are going to crystallize here over the course of the next week. I haven't sensed that they were at the combine going through quarterback meetings round the clock to go get somebody in here to dislodge Kenny Pickett. So I'm not giving you a specific answer because I don't think right now they have a specific answer. Schefter did go so far as to rule out Cousins. However, he did put Fields and Wilson in the in-play category. Steelers safety Minkah Fitzpatrick tried to embrace adversity of injury-laden 2023 season. Pittsburgh Steelers Pro Bowl safety Minkah Fitzpatrick experienced a 2023 season unlike any he'd had in his NFL career, dealing with a litany of injuries that knocked him out of a career-high 7 games. Fitzpatrick suffered a hamstring injury that forced him out 4 games in the middle of the season, and he missed the final 3 regular season games due to a knee injury. The circumstances tested a different aspect of football for the 27-year-old. It's part of the game. It was my first year and hopefully my last year where I've sat a significant amount of time, Fitzpatrick recently told Teresa Varley of the team's official website. I just tried to embrace it. I tried to still lean from that position, that stance. Even though I wasn't playing, there were still ways I was trying to get better, whether it be on the field or off the field. I just had to embrace it. It's part of the game, part of our job. Every team deals with injuries at one point or another during a campaign. For Pittsburgh in 2023, it seemed a weekly occurrence where main players were out of the lineup. Whether it was Fitzpatrick, TJ Watt for the playoffs, Cam Hayward, 6 games missed, Cole Holcomb, Kenny Pickett, etc., Pittsburgh played through a string of injuries. The remarkable aspect is that despite players like Fitzpatrick missing significant time, Mike Tomlin still led his club to the postseason with a 10-7 record. Given the injury situation, particularly on defense, most teams would have wilted, but Fitzpatrick credited Tomlin with keeping the ship moving forward. We had a lot of older guys, veterans step up. We had a lot of younger guys step up, Fitzpatrick said. We asked a lot of people. It's a telltale sign of the type of team we are. We are a scrappy team that will fight no matter what. We have a lot of selfless dudes who will do a lot of things on and off the field to help. It was no surprise. Football is a crazy game. Last year, we had some crazy circumstances. It's a telltale sign of who we are, the type of team Coach T has built, the type of culture Coach T has built. We continue to fight no matter what the circumstances. It's a culture that is hard-nosed. You have a job to do, get it done, no matter how you have to do it. Minkah Anane Fitzpatrick Jr. is an American football safety for the Pittsburgh Steelers of the National Football League, NFL. He played college football for the Alabama Crimson Tide, and was selected by the Miami Dolphins in the first round of the 2018 NFL Draft before being traded to the Steelers during the 2019 season. Fitzpatrick attended St. Peter's Preparatory School in Jersey City, New Jersey, where he played high school football for the Marauders. He was a wide receiver on offense and a defensive back on defense. In 2014, he caught 45 passes for 1,111 yards and 12 touchdowns, while recording 70 tackles and 3 interceptions on defense. He also ran track. He placed first at the Hudson County Championships with times of 10.86 seconds and 21.66 seconds in the 100 and 200 meters, respectively. Russell Wilson officially becomes available for Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers are focused on having some sort of quarterback competition this season, with another veteran joining the group to battle with third-year starter Kenny Pickett. And one name that has been linked to them has officially hit the open market. The Denver Broncos and Russell Wilson have officially parted ways, ending what is considered one of the strangest runs in NFL history. Denver has taken on over an $85 million dead cap to remove themselves from the former Super Bowl champion, and Wilson will now look for a new home at the age of 35. The Steelers have been named a landing spot for Wilson all offseason, sparking debate on whether or not they would be willing to sign a proven veteran nearing the end of his career. At that point, it'd be unlikely Pickett starts in 2024, which doesn't align with everything head coach Mike Tomlin and general manager Omar Khan have said throughout the offseason. However, all Steelers has learned that the Steelers would be interested in signing Wilson to a one-year deal, if he's willing to take a small contract. It's been tossed out that he could sign for a league minimum in 2024, if that signing came with an opportunity to start. Pittsburgh is considering that deal if the opportunity is presented. They are still looking to re-sign Mason Rudolph and would like Wilson to be a veteran leader while their two younger quarterbacks are still around. Wilson was 11-19 as a starter in Denver, going 7-8 this past season. He threw for 3,070 yards and 26 touchdowns to 8 interceptions this past year before being benched in Week 16 for contractual reasons. The Steelers will have an opportunity to negotiate with Wilson during the legal tampering period, which begins March 11th. This Monday, the Denver Broncos announced on their social media the decision to cut Russell Wilson from the squad. The quarterback arrived as the biggest name for an immense project set up in the Colorado team, but with problems in the relationship, the decision was made to cut the athlete from the squad. Over the past 2 years, you have welcomed my family and me with open arms and embraced us as members of the Denver community, Wilson said in his official statement on his networks. This place will always have a special place in my heart. Difficult times don't last, but difficult people do. God has me. I'm excited for what comes next. Head coach Sean Payton told reporters on February 27 during an interview at the NFL Scouting Combine that a decision on Wilson's future with the team would come in the next 2 weeks. And she actually came the day after the event ended. Denver bet big on Russell Wilson when it traded for the player to Seattle in March 2022, trading 2022 and 2023 first-round draft picks, 2022 second and fifth-round picks and a 2023 second-rounder, QB Drew Lock, tight end Noah Fant and defensive tackle Shelby Harris to the Seahawks, and signing the 9-time Pro Bowler to a 5-year extension worth $242.6 million. The Broncos will have $35.4 million in dead money in 2024 and $49.6 million in 2025 if Wilson is designated as waived after June 1, according to Spotrac. The 35-year-old failed to provide the Broncos with his best during his first season with the franchise, going 4-11 in 15 games, with 16 touchdowns and 13 turnovers. Sean Payton took over the team and kept Wilson as a starter last year, but the veteran didn't live up to expectations. He had a 7-8 record and ended up being left out of the team's final 2 games. And you fan, what do you think of the Russell Wilson situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.